Hello everybody and welcome back to Workshop Wednesdays! It's back ladies and gentlemen, and you know why it is back? Well, because it's one of the free things that I do that actually gets clicks, and that is still fun to make, so here we go! Starting off, today's Halloween themed, obviously, because a lot of the stuff that the community is making right now is going to be Halloween themed, because they want to make stuff for the Halloween update, so their items actually get put into the game, starting off with the Le Cloud, which is quite horrifying, to be honest. So, I mean, it does look quite goofy in these images, but, you know, there's something just eerie and weird about clouds, so I think it's very nice for Halloween. Maybe it's not that creepy after all, but you know what I mean, right? This is somewhat creepy still, like these old Fleischer cartoons. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're pretty weird. Got the same vibes going on. Just about as creepy as the second item, which is the real boy. An item for the medic that makes him, you know, look like Pinocchio. Or like, I mean, not Pinocchio, but, you know, like a wooden puppet. Really weird and dangerous. I think dangerous is a good word. Would be cool to see this in game. Maybe even with some, you know, game mode to go along with it. Slender Fortress. That could go well with it. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Next up, the thumbnail of this video. The Chatterbox. Today's favorite of mine. I really hope you guys go and vote for that. By the way, as always, every link to every item in the description. So I hope you check it out. Since this, you know, it is obviously, you know, a bit crazy. Very weird. Like the banana hat, for example. You know, it's obviously not like the original Team Fortress 2 when it started out. It's really advanced Team Fortress 2 hat wear. But we already got stuff like the sandwich hat, banana hat. Just, you know, what's this gonna hurt putting it in the game? And it looks really cool. I just got this nice little animation. So they might Halloween restrict it, but to be honest, at this point, you could just put it in the normal game. It's not even gonna stick out all that much. Next up, you know what it is. It is the soupcan pyro. There we go. Someone made it. Someone actually made it as a demo cosmetic. He's got it on his shoulder. There it is. Really cute. Really sweet. There it is. Look at it. Sitting on his shoulder. You know, it was a matter of time. I don't know if it should be Halloween restricted. It's probably not gonna be, but it's still gonna be cool to see it up, like added in with the Halloween update. So vote for the soupcan pyro. I might even log in. You know what? I'm gonna vote for it on Steam. You're not gonna see that, but soupcan pyro definitely worth your vote. Next up, an unusual effect: frightening skulls. Here's an SFM render. Here's another one that shows us a bit better. So you got 3 different colors. You got purple, blue, and pink. And if it would work, I would show you the animation. Come on, whatever. You can still see it, kind of. It's gonna be a bit pixelated, especially after the render process, but you get it, right? It's just some skulls around your hat. It's not my favorite effect, but yeah, no, it's pretty cool, I guess. Especially with the team cap, it looks pretty sick. Can't deny that. So, next up, we got the thoughtful motivation, the big brain style. This is this one. It's got numerous styles. I think it's 4 or 5 total. 4. It's 4 styles of intelligence. You got big brain, average brain, small brain, and smooth brain. And you know, it's just like the classic cartoon apple dangling in front of the donkey, making it move forward. Instead, it's a brain, and you can like put it on a zombie, just like that. Which is, you know, a cute idea. Not like an S tier hat, but like a solid, you know, lower tier or mid tier cosmetic that you could put in one of those cases. And for Halloween, quite fitting indeed. The next item, I'm not too certain whether I featured it already or not. Might have actually, because it's a Jojo reference. Yeah, Jojo. Anyway, it's the David's Curse. That's the name that they chose for it, and it just, you know, it makes Spy look basically like Giano Gervado, which is pretty cool. It's not exactly Halloween themed, but made it in the video anyway. Regardless of the fact that this episode is Halloween themed, here's Giano Gervado in Team Fortress 2. Moving on, similar to the pyro hat we saw earlier that makes his face into some teeth, into some grinning teeth. And you know, this thing called chitters is just sitting on your shoulder, presumably clapping its teeth up and down like that. Solid cosmetic, very cute. Like that it's all class. You can paint it too. Thank God you can't paint the teeth, but only the surrounding area. And with that, let's move on to the next one. We have no time to lose. The war dog, and there it is. Hey, very cool. There it is. Yeah, there's 2 styles. Style 1 no helmet and style 2 with helmet, so you can choose whether you want to wear the stock helmet or not. It's got facial flexes, so you have different emotions like happiness, sadness, disdain, I guess. I don't know what that one is. Apparently it's also paintable, which I don't know about that one, but sure, I guess. And from what I can tell, it's been done very well. So, you know, with facial expressions, with it jiggling around, all that good stuff. So, with all that said, let's move on to the companion ooze. That one is a hat that sits on your head and slowly oozes down. Without, you know, it's just an animation, so it doesn't actually ooze down, but it looks like it. I believe it is all class. Yeah, there it is, all class. Ah, there's the render. You can obviously paint it once more, and I'm not sure if I 100% like it, but I thought I'd include it since, you know, they obviously tried hard. There's just something about it that's a little off, I think, but, you know, very solid attempt for an entry. Perhaps we'll see it in game in a month or so. Similar to the next item, the cumby sammy, which is another shoulder item. We've had more than one of these today. For the heavy, it's an alien sandwich on the heavy shoulder. Don't know if the heavy actually is too thrilled about it. Apparently not. And as per usual, it's depicted with the sandwich hat, sandwich in hand. It's just so weird that we actually have that in-game. You know, it literally makes the heavy's head into a sandwich. That's a real thing in Team Fortress 2. There you go. That was the cumby sammy. 2 items that I want to touch on. Just real quick. Okay, I'm sorry I had to include them, but it's a minion hat for the demo. It's a minion. It also exists for pyro. We could have... I'm not saying we should have, but we could have minions in Team Fortress 2, and that, yeah. Moving on, we actually have an unusual effect there. It is the solar eclipse in 2 colors, I believe, if it's gonna switch. Come on, there it is. I'm sorry for the quality, that is just the quality they uploaded in. It's not my fault, like I'm not to blame here. Quality of the YouTube video they uploaded aside, this is really cool. This would be like, maybe not god tier, but like a very high tier unusual effect. So take your votes, boys. Something a bit more experimental for an unusual effect. It's for the crossbow, or maybe it's a spell actually. Yeah, it's a spell. Whoops, I'm not too familiar with spells, but I think this looks quite nice. You know, it's pretty sweet. Got the heart effects going off the bolt. Why not, I say? The next item is probably going to be added this Halloween for certain. You know, it's obviously never 100%, but this has a very high likelihood because we've got the similar items added already. It is quite solid. It gives the class that it's wearing like hypnotic eyes, as if they're being controlled by the parasite on top of their head. By the way, I didn't even say what it's called. It's called hypnosquid, mind controlled style. So there's 2 styles. Probably one where you just wear the squid and one where you have the hypnotic eyes. So this one, mind control style. The other one probably just... there's the other one. Brain smoothed style. Okay. So the other one actually also makes people... Yeah, okay. Look at them. That's pretty cool. Alright, there it is. There's the other hypnosquid style. Moving on to the next item, the bulletproof yeast, which is a vest for the soldier themed with the usual bread. You know, I guess it just never gets old. Okay, it's very old indeed, but nothing wrong with it. You can make more bread loadouts, I suppose. The bread loadouts are honestly getting old, but yeah, there you go. It's nicely done cosmetic. Why not feature it in the Workshop Wednesdays video, I say. Alright, so we got about 3 more. One are the hex specs, which are just glasses. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy going on here. Just, you know, a bit extraordinary glasses. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing crazy going on here. Pretty easy addition into the game, I'd say. Next up is the aurantiaco swirl and viridis twist. Alright, I hope I pronounced that correctly. There it is. There's the aurantiaco swirl. Yep, take a very good look at it. And here's the viridis twist. Yeah, probably pronounced it perfectly. Very cool, very clean, very simple. A mid-tier effect, I think I'd consider this to be. And with that, we're gonna move on to the second last item, which is a pumpkin hat. You know, we got a pumpkin hat already, but here's another one. It looks ever so slightly different. Pretty solid, I'd say. I think I know this guy from somewhere. I think this is on some map already. Not too sure where I know it from, but it's in the game somewhere, I'm sure. So it's all class. You can paint the eyes, paint the pumpkin, and paint both if you want to, apparently, which is another cool concept. You know, more control, more better, I say. It is supposed to come with the Skeletux, I suppose. This thing here, a suit for the spy, and I think that just about sums it up. And I've saved the best for last. I mean, maybe not the best, but my personal favorite. You know, saying the best is it's a bit more subjective, but this one I think is just very cool. You got the aquarium eyes, and honestly, I really don't think there's too much that needs to be said about it. So if this isn't added, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed. And if it is added in, I'm probably gonna buy it like second day. I don't want to pay like $50 for it, but I'm willing to pay like 10 or 12 or 15 maybe even. There's gonna be a funny goofy video where I wear them, so look forward to that. So I hope you guys saw something new, something interesting, something you'd like to see in game maybe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Workshop Wednesdays, or maybe tomorrow for a different kind of video. I'm maybe planning on doing some Reddit related stuff. We'll see about that though. For now, goodbye, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you, my fantastic friends, in the next one. Bye-bye.
It's the middle of the night again, and I am joining a match. I'm thinking to myself,